Okay, we're kicking off today's vlog with some order packing, and I think I solved the double audio issue because in OBS it was taking the audio from this camera as well as this mic, and I don't know why it suddenly started recording audio from the camera itself, but I've got it muted now. And also what's a little bit different about this packing sesh is since I moved the monitors, I don't need the screen sensor anymore because I can just have the orders up on this monitor, because previously both monitors were visible, so I had the one with orders censored. I just packed an order for Sally, and then I was like, I should vlog this. Because I decided not to stream it on TikTok, because I won't do that every Monday. Maybe every second Monday, or just maybe more often if I'm in the mood. But today I was like, I'm gonna film it for YouTube. We need 3 little ducky stickers. 1, 2, 3. I have 13 orders, by the way, which is more than I was expecting. Because we're at that point where there's a new shop update coming up, and usually that means sales slow, because 1, it means I haven't released new stuff in a while, but 2, people are waiting to order until the new stuff drops. 3 Thickle Treats, Winter Bun Ornament Set. The 12-pack wholesale mix bags. At first glance, I thought that was the 4-pack. This is the 12-pack. Okay, I'll grab that last. An at piece, art print, and witch hat acrylic keychain. Probably should have refilled my notepads, but I'll just have to do it mid-packing session. Okay, so there's that. Let's grab the bags. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. These sleeves are too big for this. They don't stay up. I kind of forgot I had this cardigan. So the thank you card will go with these and this. Today's the day the ear cleaning vlog went up, and so I just wanted to kind of follow up because I feel like I abruptly ended the vlog. I never really gave an outro really, or like final thoughts. So I thought maybe I had a long-term clog in my ear because the hearing is reduced in this ear compared to this one, but my ears are clean. And the thing about the hearing is it's been like that for years. I didn't notice it until I started wearing one earbud at a time and realized if I put it in the other ear, the sound would be muffled. I mean, maybe not even muffled's the right word, but like, I really hear the sound of my own voice in my head, so I'm like, okay, this ear doesn't work as well. But who knows how long it's been like that? It's at least been like, it's probably been at least 5 years. It's possible it's always been that way. Like, I could have been born with my hearing better in one ear than the other and just never knew. Because the earbuds are what tipped me off to that. But in the past, I'd always wear both or have like the over-ear headphones back in the day. Like, I never really would have had any inkling otherwise, because the hearing's not that bad in this ear. It's definitely reduced, but not to a problematic level. Because like if it was just an earwax clog, I just get it dealt with, boom, fixed. But since it's not that, it's like I don't care enough to dive into further testing. So yeah, I'm not taking any further action at this point, but I'm still excited to have my little ear camera because I can use it to clean out my ears every once in a while. And I have been going less deep with my Q-tips since seeing the inside of my ear. I try to go just deep enough to get the shower water out, and then I stamp. Because now I can go in with my camera at any time. Okay, I think I'm gonna need a big box. Oh God, oh God. I might actually need to pause this packing session to fold some boxes and like get Christian to fold some. Maybe I'll stamp them, he can fold them. Because I have 2 box sizes folded right now. I just used the last of the really big rectangles, so we have small VHS rectangles and this only. Also, I think I'm gonna go back to using my old camera lens for everyday vlogging. This newer, wider lens, it's great for certain situations, like if I do want a wide shot or if I'm filming in 4K, because 4K has such a big crop. But for everyday vlogging, I'm taking it off because I keep forgetting to zoom in a bit before I start filming if I'm holding the camera. Like, it's fine on the wide setting if it's on a tripod, but if I'm holding the camera and it's wide, it's shaky and kind of warpy. It's just not good. It kind of makes me dizzy when I edit and I keep being like, oh my God, I forgot to zoom in at this part. So I'm just gonna go back to the old lens. Okay, so here's back to the old one. This is the widest view, and then that's the full zoom. So we get our deep zoom back, but might also get some focusing issues back, we'll see. But yes, the box stash is depleted, so let's get some more. From under the stairs, and they're stacked, so I'm gonna have to unstack that. Okay, I just washed my stamp because the pink was not going on very vibrant. It started off bright and then was going on fainter and fainter despite refilling this. And I think maybe it was reacting bad with the green ink I used previously, especially since the stamp looked green still. The background looked pink, but all the raised parts still looked green. So I think it was repelling the pink ink somehow. So now it's clean and hopefully it goes on better. You guys also suggested doing just one at a time, like one box flat on the desk, but I just don't have room for that. I barely have room for 2 piles, let alone 3. Okay, well the top half looks good. I was thinking more about sticker versus this, because I'm like, oh, getting a big sticker would cost so much. But if I did it with my thermal printer, then it could look good. I mean, it would have to be black ink, but I could get a colored thermal sticker or something. I haven't looked into the pricing for that, and I don't know if I could get something as big as this, but it's an option if I don't want to continue with the stamping, although the idea was to get Christian to do the stamping, which I haven't done yet. I've been doing it myself just because I've been wanting to. I'm getting some boxes ready for you. Also, some boxes just stamp better. These ones are pretty good because they're mostly flat. Like this, that corrugated texture is more prominent on some of them and makes the stamp very uneven. Oh, that one's pretty good. It's still going on a little patchy, but not bad. Oh, I have to actually roll these sleeves. I can't just push them up there and I keep falling down. But yeah, there's one box size I can't find more of. I'm gonna have to take another look or see if they're maybe in the garage or something, because it's the big rectangle size, but the 2-inch depth. I only have 2 of them under the stairs, and I'm like, where are the rest? Maybe I don't have any more. I gotta look, because if I need more, I gotta order those. And then while I'm at it, I might as well order some 3-inch depth, because I don't have any of those right now. I thought I could cut them out of my box sizes, but I need that box size. I need it back. Okay, this one's a little off center, but it went on really nicely. Oh yeah, and I only grabbed one of these because I need it for the order I'm currently packing, and I don't fold this size ahead of time because I rarely need this size. It's the 4-inch depth square. So it takes up a lot of space when folded, so I only fold it when needed. And I just stamped one upside down. And we're back. Put that at the bottom, because these are squishy. We don't want the prints and stuff to warp. Okay, my screen's showing up. Okay, I don't actually need this deep of a box. This order's for Gabrielle, by the way. I don't think I said that. Or did I? Next order's for Mindy. Today I really need to get cracking on the first t-shirt design. Ideally a couple, we'll see, because I've got one drawn out roughly, so I need to clean it up to trace over for digitizing purposes, like make sure both halves of the faces are symmetrical, that kind of thing, and digitize it. And I want to do a second t-shirt design for the summertime, possibly even 3. I don't want to get ahead of myself. At least t-shirts would take up less space than the sweatshirts. Thicker tree, dainty flowers. I rearranged these. And a witch hat sketchbook. I mean, yeah, let's use this. Yeah. BRB, gotta grab another box. Christian's working on them, but like he's also doing sweater stuff. It's not like he's gonna have all of them done immediately. I gotta go in there occasionally and grab the size I need and fold it myself. He's working on some pink strawberry crew necks, and all of them are getting the sleeve since that's the most popular variant. And I'm trying to phase out the number of variants I have for the strawberry sweatshirt, especially now as popularity is dwindling. I've sold a lot of them already. Why is there a staple in here? It just poked me. So yeah, I'm only restocking pink since that's the more popular color, and I'm only doing crew necks since that's the more popular style over hoodie, and then sleeve variant. So that's what I'm restocking. Although there's still a decent amount of hoodies left, but the crew necks were completely sold out for most sizes for a while, so that's why we're restocking. Kelsey, 3 little ducky stickers. 2 of the strawberry stickers. And the planner pad bundle. This size box is ready to go. This is the upside down one. Kelsey, you're getting the exclusive, totally unique upside down stamp. Okay, let's do one more on camera. The next one's for Samantha. XL Plum Hoodie. Matte Gouache Mushroom sticker. And the Hollow Midnight Rain sticker. Okay, so I can just go right in here along with these. There we go. Okay, I just did some tweaking to my website and split some listings so that each color is its own listing now. Because these were both one listing, but it's a bit confusing because the plum only goes up to 3X and then 4X, 5X was black, but some people thought that other colors were available in other sizes but were just out of stock. This just makes it more clear. And because some future products might have the full size range in one color depending what blanks I use, and it just, I don't know, it keeps it cleaner. Plus, even like going into this listing for the straws, there's so many variants of like the colored hoodie versus crew neck and then sleeve embroidery versus no sleeve embroidery. As stock levels dwindle, it's annoying kind of clicking around just to see what's still available. So this just makes it a little easier to navigate. And these sandstone ones are officially discontinued. So whatever's left is left. And then I'm got crew necks only for the restocks for these with the sleeves. And then this I'm only restocking navy at this moment. Although if you click into the navy listing, there is one chocolate hoodie. There's a 4X chocolate hoodie available. But it's just one, so it's not explicitly listed, and it does say navy up here. But there's one single one loitering there until it sells. And as you can see, I put the size label on the first photo of the listing so that it's clear what's what. The other thing about having multiple colors in one listing is when I'm listing like the fit and the material properties, it's like, okay, for these ones, the material's like this, and for these ones, the material's like this. It's just so messy and just, it looks a little more streamlined now when you click a given listing. I wasn't gonna split those listings today, but I was gonna add some new inventory for the 4X and 5XLs, and so I was like, just do it now. And now, I'm going to finalize my designs for the next embroidery stuff. Well, finalize one, create another. So I drew this out about a week ago on my iPad. Just a cute little triple bunny tee option. And I'm going to do just one color because I kind of want to drop 2 or 3 tees at once. And so that, like, I don't want to get too crazy with the variants. So I'm going to use this terracotta color for the bunnies. The terracotta is a little more orange than the photo suggests because I have the terracotta in person, so that's why I'm kind of undecided. Here I closed around the cheek just to give more contrast so it wouldn't just blend in. But this is very roughly drawn, very crudely drawn because I was changing up colors and it's a rough brush, so I would need to clean it up and make sure it's symmetrical on both sides, and then I can bring it into Wilcom to digitize it. The bunnies would probably be a little smaller on the shirt compared to what they are here, but that's a general idea. And then I have this ducky. I was playing around with multiple duckies. The yellow ducky is left out, and then I'm like, okay, I could do a couple little yellow duckies as babies, but ultimately I kind of like this. It's so cute. So I have my frosted matte color card, and I'm looking through it to pick my colors. Now I already know that for the whites, I'm going to stick with what I have already, which is an off-white 7949. That's what I use for all my white areas. I think it's just a really pleasing color. So I'll do that. But then for the yellowy orangey areas, do I use one of the yellows I already have. The Luna Moth one, way too bright. But this is what I use currently for my strawberry sweaters, which looks very orange, doesn't it? And desaturated. But on the sweaters, it doesn't look that dark and orange. It looks more yellow. So I'm like, do I use this or do I try to go a little more orangey? Like I could jump up to 7, 8, 6, 9. But at the same time, it would be really nice to use what I have. I've got 3 cones that are not even on the machines yet for this color. And then I need a pink, which would probably be either this one or jump over here and do this one. I'm kind of leaning towards this kind of pink versus a reddish pink, because that's sort of how I have it here. It's a pink that's a little bit more on the purpley side than the reddish side. And then I need a brown. Really not many browns to choose from. Usually there are so many colors available in a color card, like over 300, but for the matte thread, it's a lot more limited. But this is kind of what I was looking at. That's a bit too light, so maybe this one. It's really just for the eyes and the wing detail, but maybe I could reuse the brown for the bunnies too. Ooh. But for the bunnies, I would kind of want something in between these two. Actually, the lighter one probably matches a little closer. The ducky probably could get away with the lighter color too. It doesn't have to be too dark. And then bunny cheeks, which are peachy, probably one of these two. I'm gonna go grab my terracotta shirt and compare. Kind of thinking the lighter color, plus if I'm going with a lighter brown, then maybe I should go with the lighter peach color. Okay, I've got my spreadsheet made up, but I do need to digitize before ordering the thread because I need to know the percentage of each color so that I can then know what ratio of cones to order. But yeah, there are the bunnies. No whiskers because I think it's just gonna look weird. But yeah, there's bunny, there's ducky. Cute. It's now Tuesday and it's time to do the digitizing for the embroidery. And I haven't done it for a while, so I'm gonna have to open up an old file to see all my settings. But I find that with this matte thread, I need the settings different than what's recommended settings online. Obviously, everyone's machine's gonna be a little different, or the material you're stitching on, or the thread itself. And this matte thread, I swear, is thinner than regular thread, even though it's still technically labeled as the same size as standard embroidery thread. I need the stitches a little denser for the fill to look more solid. And then if I stitch out my exact same design with different thread, it's so much denser. It's odd. So it's probably just actually thinner than advertised. It says it's a 40 weight thread, but it's probably more like 45 or 50 or something. Certain colors are available in the 30 size, but not much. Only the ones with a red dot next to them are available in the thicker size. But the 40's been working well for us, so we'll just stick with that. Here's the Luna Moth design, and it's got the big oval hoop, which is probably not the one we're going to use for the t-shirts, because the t-shirt designs are going to be a little more centered. They're not going to sprawl out as wide. At least not for these 2 designs I just made. So I can click on different pieces here and see my settings. So if you click the save button down here, it'll save all these settings as a template, but it doesn't do that if you have auto fabric on, which I think I do have on, so I don't know if this is really gonna work. And I like it on because it adjusts for pull compensation and stuff, and I've just been getting good results with the way I've been doing it, so I might just write these values down myself and I'll just type them in manually. But then I have to do that for every single shape I create, which is why it gets annoying. The pull compensation relates to the fabric stretching when it's stitching, and it mainly refers to the width because it's the way it is stretchier is widthwise versus like this. It's stretchier this way. So you can change the pull compensation values to compensate for that. Okay, here are my values. These can change depending on the design, but that's what I have for Luna Moth. I guess I should decide what hoop I'm going with. I could probably use my 7-inch hoop, my 7-inch square. Prepare for noise. That's a 10-inch, and I think that's a 7-inch. This is the size for the sweatshirts, but that's too big. And of course there's the sleeve. So this is what we first used for strawberry, but then I got those wider ones when we did the Luna Moth design. So we've used those, but I've never used these small ones or this, other than like for the letter sweater and stuff. Some of my tests. I guess it's 7.25 technically, so I can get away with about a 6-inch design. Is that enough? Okay, put that on hold. A package was just delivered. I want to check out a couple possible blanks. Okay, first of all, I ordered a tote to see if it's the same as the totes I'm already getting. Okay, no, I can already tell it's not quite the same, but I was trying to find something similar from a Canadian supplier. The pouch is definitely a different size. My strawberries would fit on there. The Luna Moth, not so much, unless I cut off one of the sparkles. Okay, let me grab the other bag real quick. Okay, yeah, I think I like this one better, the one from Tote Bag Factory. This one would have saved me a bit of money, although I don't know what I would have paid in customs for this, because like I said in the last vlog, they messed up the customs form and I got undercharged for customs, which is nice, but also not nice, because then I don't know how much the bag cost me in total. About the same size. This is a truer black, though. This one's got a little bit of a stitching mess up. And there's the pocket. I guess it's not that different, but this one is a little wider. They're about the same depth. Yeah, I think I just like the Tote Bag Factory ones more. So I guess I'll just continue ordering these ones. And then I also grabbed a couple aprons because I was curious. Because these could be good for embroidery or DTF. Although embroidery would still have to be kind of a small area. Because like, if I have to do a 30-minute stitch out, no one's going to want to pay what I need to charge for that. So DTF might be better because you could have like a big graphic here and then a small one on each pocket. That would be so cute. I mean, it's about what I expected. It's actually a little nicer than I expected for just like a cheap apron blank. And the black one looks a little fancier because it's less see-through. It's just the QT's brand, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on now. I'm wearing my big sweater. But first impressions, I like. I was mainly ordering to see the tote bag, and then I saw these, and I'm like, well, let's also give these a try, because I've had aprons on the brain. Okay, 6 inches is definitely enough. For Ducky, I would maybe go 5.5, and then Bunny, I think 5 is about what I was imagining for the size. 4.5 might actually be good too. Oh god, I gotta decide. Like, you could scale your designs a little bit after the fact, but you might have to go and change a bunch of settings and stuff. It's kind of easier to just make it at the size you want. And all shirt sizes would get the same size of design, so I don't have to redo the embroidery, but also so it doesn't take too long to stitch out, because like it's t-shirts. I don't want to charge a sweatshirt markup for a t-shirt, because there's only so many things we can embroider per hour, you know, so that's one of the things we have to factor in. Yeah, you know what? I think it was 5 inch for Ducky, 4.5 for Bunny. Now this part's kind of like using the pen tool in Photoshop, except it's all clicking, no dragging. And if I right click, then it does a straight line, and if I left click, it'll go curved. So far I'm doing all curved, but for certain designs I'm alternating between left and right click to create curves. This one needs to be moved, that node, but I'm going to do that later. I clean it up after the fact. That's kind of how I do it. With the strawberry, I did the auto digitize, and then I went in and edited everything, but I just realized that doing it myself is easier and kind of a little faster because there's less to go in and fix. Plus I feel like the auto digitize adds so many nodes, it's just crazy. Now I need to set an entry point and an exit point for the shape, which I probably am going to change, but just for now, let's set the entry point to be over here, and then the exit point, it's going to have to backtrack no matter what. Let's say tail. Ew, that looks hideous. Oh, it's set to satin stitch, that's why. Satin's like those little raised columns. You often see it for text or for outlines, but this is a fill, so we're gonna set it to be a tatami fill. That automatically looks a lot better. One thing to consider with your start and end points is what item is getting stitched next. Because like, let's say this daisy is gonna get filled after the duck. It is smart for it to end at the tail, so it only has to travel a little distance over to the flower. So I could have this flower fill first with the white, and then it jumps over to the duck, and then over to the other flower, and that way it's traveling all in one direction. I could do the opposite direction as well, but what's probably gonna get stitched first is the pink, because the bow is behind the duck. So it'll do that first, and then it might as well jump to the hearts because it's the same color. If you can minimize color changes, that's good. Although it will have to travel a long ways. So I could do heart, bow, heart, then move on to white, 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 and then do yellow, yellow, yellow. And then the brown, of course. But that's kind of the stuff you gotta think about when digitizing. It's really not that hard. The program looks so complicated. I really just know the basics of digitizing, but it's really not as scary as it originally looked. Although I did take a video course online and that helped me a ton. But just using the basic tools, you can digitize almost anything. So the way I'm doing the bow, I'm not having it start here and end here because I need to do this middle piece last. Because I'm doing the main portion of the bow as a fill, and then this is a satin stitch. And these are two separate shapes, but it should travel seamlessly between the shapes without trimming. So this piece fills from right to left, and then it travels across, and this piece fills from left to right, and then it ends in the middle where it does the satin stitch. Like this. All right, here's a little time lapse of how it's going to stitch out these designs. So Ducky is going to start on the right side with the pink heart, then the bow, and then the other pink heart. And it's kind of a big gap between them, but it probably won't look that bad in real life because it is a pretty small design. So it shouldn't take too long for it to jump between. But what's really nice about this design is it does all the pink and we don't have to go back to pink. Then it does all the white and we don't have to go back to white. And it's the same for every color in this design. It just does the color once. And because when you load these designs into the machine, you have to select the color order every time. Like once you leave the software open, it's fine. But if you close and come back the next day, reload a new design in, you have to redo the color sequence. And so this is going to be super convenient because it's 4 colors and you don't have to go back to any colors. So literally 4 clicks. And one thing I changed about the design from what you saw before is I made the ducky's head a separate shape so that it stitches on top of the body. I just thought it added a little more dimension and just looked cuter. There's a handy dandy knife tool in the software that lets you split shapes in half without having to completely redraw them, and that was a savior. And then for the daisies, I actually rotated them a little bit because originally the top, like one of the petals was pointing straight up, one petal straight down. And so I turned them a little bit so that there's no petal straight up, straight down, or straight left, straight right. Just slightly tweaked. And then for the brown areas, I decided to go with the lighter brown, the light brown from the bunnies, because I have a light one and a dark one to choose from, and I'm going light. And then for the bunnies, this one is not optimized yet because I'm going to reorder some of these layers so that there are fewer color changes. So right now it's going to stitch out the middle bunny in its entirety and then another bunny in its entirety. But what I could do is have it start with the pinks of the ears because I positioned that behind the brown part of the ears, again, for like a little bit of depth. So we could do the pink of the ears and then it'll be on the left-hand side at the end of that. So it can do all the flat whites and then it can move on to all the flat browns and so on and so forth. It could do like the cheeks and then the dark brown eyes and then go back to white for the eyes. And so that way we're only returning to a color once, which would be the white. And looking at this time lapse earlier, I thought it didn't have enough overlap between shapes. So I have since tweaked it a little bit, especially for the brown and white bunny. I need the patches to overlap the white enough so that when it stitches out, the stretchiness of the fabric doesn't cause it to have a little bit of a gap or something. And so I will have to do some tests on this too. I haven't stitched it out, but once I do stitch it out, I'm probably going to have to change how certain shapes overlap, just tweak it where needed. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a line connecting the pink parts of the ears. That's again so the machine does not trim. It can do one ear and then just travel across the fabric to the other ear because that area is going to get covered up later. That's just one of those things to think about. Fewer machine trims means quicker stitch time. And speaking of the stitch time, the ducky's going to be a lot faster. It has just under 6,000 stitches, just under by a few, so basically 6,000. And then the bunny is over 10,000 stitches. It's, I think, 10,172 or something like that. So the bunny's going to take a lot longer, especially because the bunny's going to have a lot more trims with the face detail and the cheeks and stuff. Everything's going to add more time. But it can definitely be streamlined from where it is right now in this time lapse, because like I said, I can batch the colors together. I just hope it stitches out nicely, because I'm always paranoid that when it goes back to an area, it's going to be a little off-registered. But the machine's smart and it's pretty accurate, so I shouldn't be afraid of it. And similar to what I did with the ducky head, putting that on top of the body, I did that with the bunny ears. So the ears and face could have been just one shape that filled in, but I made the ears a separate shape. So again, it has a little bit of dimension and looks like the ears are sitting in front of the face a little bit. And I'm just hoping the little details of the face stitch out okay, because the mouth and nose are pretty thin and the whites in the eye are also pretty small. So a stitch test is going to determine whether or not I can get away with that, because when you do teeny areas like that, sometimes the thread doesn't catch and the machine will stop because the needle unthreads itself. So the whites of the eyes might be too small, but we'll see. I did not think I'd be spending all day on this, but here we are. I think I figured out the ratio of colors to buy. It's just kind of tricky because I kind of need them in groups of 2, in multiples of 2 for each color, because we have 2 machines. Although I suppose one machine could run one design while the other could run the other design. For example, for the brown on the ducky, it's such a small amount. I don't need 2 cones. But if I was going to run it on both machines, I would need 2. Thankfully, that color is also used in the bunny design, so that kind of solves that problem. And I don't think I need to order any yellow, because I should have enough already. I have about 4 yellow cones already. It's just tricky because I don't know if I'm overbuying or underbuying, because I don't know how many shirts we'll get out of 1 cone. I'm trying to order a little on the conservative side, and then if I need to order more, I can. But I'll be ordering 27 cones total, which seems like a lot. Well, I don't know. I'm just scared we're gonna have too many leftover cones from designs. But I guess then I can create designs specifically using just the colors we have if I need to use more up in the future. Like we got in a shipment of stuff for Luna Moth, but we're done with Luna Moth for now. We have quite a few sweatshirts, so I'm like, oh, did we even need this order? I'm just gonna have to reuse those colors for something else. Or make a Luna Moth something else that's embroidered. But I'm reusing my white and yellow for this design, but I'm still ordering a bunch more white. So I'm like, am I ordering too much? Is ordering 10 more white cones too much? It kind of sounds like too much, but it's also my go-to white. So is it really that bad if I overorder? Probably not. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that thread from Madeira using my US address and then get it reshipped to me, see how that goes. Because the cancel order taking 3 weeks last time, that's just a little too long. So I'm crawling back to Madeira, and then I'm also going to order the blanks for the shirts. I got to figure out quantities for that too. Something I've thought about in the past that I could possibly do going forward is make a certain amount of the shirts and then have a second listing that's like a kind of a pre-order / made to order listing. Not really a pre-order, but kind of. So it's like there's the ones that are ready to ship now, and if those are sold out, then you have to order from the made to order section, and then I order stuff in. But that relies on me getting blanks in quickly and being able to actually get the quantities I want, which is a little scary. What if I go to order more shirts and that color is sold out? Like, that would be a problem. At least for the shirts, there are more suppliers, although S&S I think is the cheapest that I've seen. If I order from elsewhere, the shirts are going to cost more. And then after that, kind of just have a handful of each size in stock as popularity dwindles. Because I do not want to be doing made to order after sales die down, because that would be a pain in the butt. But it'd be a great temporary thing to do during a shop update just in case something sells too fast. Plus, I don't know which shirt's going to be more popular. I don't know which sizes are going to be the most popular. Like, I usually have a general idea, but you never know for sure. So I could do it that way. Okay, I'm building myself a little calculator here. I have a rough ratio of the different sizes, how well they sell against each other. And then I can input a number here like, oh, I want to sell 200 shirts, then this is how many I'll need of each size. And it'll automatically update as I change this number. Let's say I want to do 300 shirts. My values have gone up. Okay, I'm going to start off with 250 of each, although there's not enough stock for the terracotta. And I just checked some other websites. They're also extremely low stock because I need 20 more. One website has 5, one website has 10. But they charge more for it than this website. Because it's not a huge rush and Christian has to stitch all these out, I'm just gonna wait for a restock if it happens. So now this is scaring me. I don't think I can do any made to order if it's gonna be like this. It's just too risky. I can't guarantee I'm gonna get my hands on the blanks I need. Hey guys, it's now Thursday. Yesterday's stream went well. I did more pin packing because I just had more to do. And I still have more to do. I have 200 pins left out of the 1,000 that I ordered. Christian's been helping me out with the strawberries by pinning them and sleeving them, taping them, but he's all caught up on that. So for the remaining pins, I might get him to help me again, just to help it go by faster. I decided I'm going to do my game stream this weekend. I was going to do it next weekend, but now we have some other plans next weekend, and I could technically do both. Like, one's a Friday plan, the stream would be Saturday, but I feel like it's just kind of too much all at once, especially because that's the weekend right before the shop update. I'd kind of like to leave that weekend at least semi-open in case I'm doing some last minute prep for the shop update. So if you're watching this Friday, I'm going to be streaming on Saturday, doing my all-day game stream over on Twitch. That does mean no Monday vlog, because whenever I do the Saturday streams, it means no Monday vlog. And today I do have a lot of vlog editing to do. I have to edit this one because I haven't started editing it at all. I kind of forgot, but also I was doing that embroidery stuff kind of late into the night, till like 9 o'clock the other night. And last night I kind of just forgot. I could have done some editing after supper, but I just forgot. Oh, and speaking of the live stream, okay, at the end, Kiki was trying to cuddle with Midna in the kitty bed. And I was like, oh, are they going to actually cuddle or are they going to fight? And there was kind of like the startings of some fighting, but they settled down. But then it was unclear if they were fully going to settle down. Well, I have a clip from after the stream ended. Such a wholesome ending. Also during the stream, my sticky notes were delivered because the first batch I got were from Vogue Race and I only got 200 of each, and then I ordered some from Vistaprint in their actual Post-it brand, and they're here. At least most of them. The Luna Moth one is not here yet. It shipped out a few days after these ones did. So those should be coming soon. I'll for sure have them by the start of the shop update. So I opened up one box already and took a look. This, okay. The one I took out on stream did the exact same thing where it had 2 of the backing sheets on it. Or do they just do that? Do they separate them all by an extra sheet? No. But what are the odds the first 2 I pulled out had an extra sheet, but the extra sheet's not attached? I don't know. Okay. So the colors are pretty much identical, and then the Vogue Race one's a little bit smaller. It's more square, whereas the Post-it one is slightly rectangular. So there's a tiny bit of extra length on the new ones, but mostly extra width. Yeah, they peel a lot easier, which is interesting because apparently Post-it adhesive is better, but it peels off nicer, which is great for not curling the edge too much. Like these ones, when I peel it, it really sticks to the sheet below and you get more curly. Like they're still good, the cheaper ones, but I'm just glad to have an actual higher quality option available. And then once the cheaper ones sell out, I'm not going to restock them. But they're still absolutely usable and sellable. Sadly, these ones are expensive, but it's a better quality product. Can't go wrong with authentic Post-it. So that's the Sunset one, and I haven't opened the other ones yet. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Color slightly different between these two, but the background color actually did look different in the print file I submitted because I thought this looked a little dark, and then I reviewed my file and sure enough it was dark on what I submitted. So this is a bit more of a light creamy color, but I can even tell the pinks are a little different. And the wreath should be the same size between the two, but because the new ones are a little bit bigger, the flowers are less cropped. So that's the comparison there. And then there's the straws, which I did completely redo pretty much. Having a square border makes the writing space feel so small and makes the sticky note feel small. And since this is also just a different size, I had to redo everything, like redo the border, reposition everything, and I decided to make the border thinner. So the new one has more writing space than the old one. Although the thick border is still really cute. I still love the original one. But this one might be a little more practical. And the remaining boxes underneath are just box number 2 for each design. And we wait for the Luna Moth. That'll probably be in the next vlog. I need to find a space for these in my packing station, and then the remainders can probably just stay in their boxes, stacked on the storage shelves. But first I have a few orders to pack because today's mail pickup day. I think I have 3 right now, so I'm gonna get those done real quick. Haley's getting 2 little ducky stickers. Mr. Bun Bun mat. Oh, I gotta take my ring off. That's exactly why I don't wear it. It catches on this. And that's why I have my ring holder here. Little ducky's pin. Strawberry sketchbook, blank white, and a Dainty Flowers reusable bag. the Luna Moth sticky notes were just delivered. Angelica's getting 2 hollow Mr. Bun Bun stickers, 2 strawberry notepads, 2 winter bun notepads, a strawberry washi, a bundle of 4 dainty flower bags, winter bun pillow cover, planner pad bundle, a set of locking clutches for enamel pins, dainty flower notepad, and witch hat notepad. Stephanie is getting a Luna Moth hoodie. Twins. Okay. Luna Moths. How convenient, I can open them all in one video. These might actually look a little better in terms of color. These ones are a little more vibrant than the old ones. So because it is wider, I had to move things, like I had to nudge these over to the side so they wouldn't be sitting further inward. And then at the bottom, the main difference is that the side view Luna Moths, on the old ones, their tails tuck into the moon, and then over here they don't. Because again, I had to fill more horizontal space, so they got nudged out. So, yeah, there they are. And I like that these are not individually sleeved in plastic. That is a bonus. Because then they can just get sleeved together in one bigger sleeve if people have multiples, or if they're getting like notepads or something, they can share a sleeve. Plus, I can still stamp the back. Even though there is the Post-it logo on the back, it's not solid color like these ones. It's kind of hard to tell what's the top with the wreath one. To look at where it's glued, especially because the Post-it logo on the back, it goes both ways. Oh, it's red ink for now, but the refill ink I have is pink. So I can slowly drip pink into there. Like if you go halfway, you see the ink pad, maybe not in this lighting, but it's back there. Because when I got it made, I couldn't select pink ink. But yeah, I might stamp them. I just like having my branding on most things, and these are just so small. I didn't want to put my name on the front. I probably could get away with it if it was really tiny, but this works too. And this is quicker and much less expensive than a sticker. All right, time to edit. And I'm all caught up on the edit. I thought I wasn't gonna have enough footage for the vlog and then I would need to film a little bit more this evening, but I have tons. I didn't even really have to film that second order packing segment. The vlog was already long enough, but whatever. I guess that means I can end the vlog now and wrap up the editing. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Then there's a hole here. Or wait, or is that the hole? Oh no. Wait. I don't know. This one's not deep, but this one's really narrow. Okay, it is this hole. I had it in there. Yeah.